Here's E. In today's video, I'm going to make a salty and spicy chocolate tart with Maltesers. I actually bought this from a supermarket in Deutschland, and when I asked for it, they couldn't understand what is Maltesers. How do you actually pronounce this in Deutsch? Maltesers? I have no idea. Anyway, so in March, Maltesers will donate 5 pounds. So it's an event in the UK. So anybody can bake a cake or make a dessert with Maltesers. It's easy to bake sweet or cake. And if you are interested, you can also bake a cake and hashtag bakeamillion, and Maltesers will donate to the charity. So hopefully you enjoy today's video. For the base of our tart, we will need 75 grams of butter in room temperature, 10 grams of sugar, 1 pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon of water, 1 whole egg, medium size, 150 grams of flour. Firstly, sift through our flour to make sure there is no lumps. Adding our sugar. Salt. Here is a bit too much as a pinch, but it's okay. Make small well in the middle of our flour. Crack 1 egg and fill into the well. 1 tablespoon of water, and just use our hands first to mix everything together. Then adding our room temperature butter. It's easier to knead our dough with a mixer, but if you don't have a mixer like this, you can also just knead it with your hands. Once our dough is cooperated, we can use our hand to pick up all the flour and form a ball of our dough. The dough is relatively soft and sticky, but it's completely fine. We're going to take a transparent plastic foil to cover our dough and leave it in the fridge for at least an hour, and preferably overnight. Take a pie or tart form, which is 18 centimeter diameter. Grease it with butter, both the bottom and the sides. A bit of loose flour on the working surface, prevent it from sticking. After an hour, we can take our dough out. And right now it's pretty hot. We can try to knead it to a round shape. A bit of loose flour on our roller, and we're going to roll it flat. We want to have it about the size of our tart form, and slightly a bit bigger. And then we can transfer it to our form. If there's pieces which is over the form, we can tear it away and then just stick it to the rest where it's a bit shorter. And we want to have the form about 1.5 centimeter high. Then we can make some waves on the edges. Take a fork and poke some holes on the bottom of the tart base. Take a piece of baking paper and lay it above the pie base. Some baking beans. Just pour them above the baking paper and spread them. Set our oven at 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to bake it for 20 minutes. For our chocolate cream, we will need 125 grams of butter, 200 grams of chocolate, at least contains 66% of cacao, 15 of our rosa berries, it's kind of pepper, 45 grams of sugar, 3 eggs, 2 of them we take whole eggs, and 1 we just need the egg yolk. 1 teaspoon of this French salt, Fleur de Sel, if that's how you pronounce it. And here is our main character, that's our Maltesers. So firstly, we're going to tear our chocolates to pieces, so then they will be easier to melt. Pour some hot water in the pot, and we're going to do a hot water bath for our chocolate and our butter. So adding our butter into our chocolate and just wait to let them melt. Take about 15 seeds of our red peppers, and we're going to grind them, to break them, open them. They have a nicely red color. Now crack our 2 whole eggs. If there's small shell falling into the egg, just use your finger and take them out. Then take the yolk from 1 egg, adding our sugar. Then we're going to beat it until it's foamy. Now it has a nice pale yellow color and really fluffy. Once you get the correct consistency, we can add in our red pepper, our salt. You can see they're like snowflakes, just 1 teaspoon. Then our melted chocolate cream. They're really glossy. Then just mix them in slowly. Just do a couple of times until all our chocolate is cooperated with our egg mixture. Now our pie is done. Take our baking beans out, as well as the baking paper. After our pie base is cooled, we can add in our chocolate cream. Just spread it all over in the pie base. Now our Maltesers. You can add in as much or less of Maltesers as you like. I'm just putting it around. Now we're going to set our oven at 170 degrees Celsius, and we're going to bake about 8 minutes. Depends on how hot your oven is. So here is my finished chocolate tart with Maltesers. And you can see I made a little bit of boo-boo over there at that corner when trying to take it out, but it looks okay. I'm not going to eat it because my husband is going to bring this to work tomorrow, and hopefully it will taste good and everybody would love it. So if you like this recipe, please give me a thumb up and leave your comments below. If you want to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Did you subscribe yet? If not, click here, click here, click here. Every day watch new videos at 6 p.m. Here are my 2 recommended videos. Thanks for watching. See ya, 谢谢大家。